Okay, so I'm gonna start with how the day started. Actually, I just decided to write some notes on the way, so I will remember pretty much everything the best I can. But yeah, basically, right at the open, I noticed that the price seems weak here, so that's why I'm actually gonna delete it right away. So I shorted here in this retest, and then I think I was just a break-even trade. But yeah, the thing is, I actually got there. I think I shorted again after that. Seems to fail again. And yeah, market started trading lower. I was aiming to take this swing here, but it didn't quite get there. So yeah, I pretty much got a stop towers unlocked in. I had some right here. And then one thing was market started trading higher, back to the opening area in the gap. And so what happened was market started trading higher, and I noticed that as it traded higher, the volume wasn't really getting any higher. So here I noticed this started to get weak. So I actually literally just shorted the 50% here. And well, it started trading lower, lower, and lower. And at this bar, after it retested again, this lower quadrant, when it came back down and broke, I actually added one more trade, which was this one. And I had the same thing. I was aiming to just take this low and exit here. Actually, at this point, price traded higher. Then this bar came down, took the low. It didn't tag me out there. But at that point, I actually locked myself in here above this bar. So I got stopped out there. With, I think I was like plus 400 or something like that. But yeah, then I just let it go there. It was actually a pretty good day. At that point, I didn't had any losses basically, besides the fees and the executions. But yeah, it was good. I was actually in this trade here. Before I continue, this trade actually I think I left like around 300 in the table basically. And then well, I made it back here and everything. So basically it was a decent day. And well, later I noticed this price traded higher, then it tanked a little bit here, and then I like this when they close with the big volume, close below this swing here. So on that, I sold the retest first here. It was a little bit, I think it was a little bit of an impulse. I like this initial trade, but then the bad part was I got to stop here. This one, it was really tiny risk. And then I actually shorted again here. It will get a stop down again, and then I just saw the inside bar. So I sold the high and I got a stop down on here. So basically in these two trades, it was like minus 200 or something like that. So and that's why I think that then after the second trade that I took here, it was pretty much as an impulse, so it wouldn't really make sense to keep like forcing trades where there might not be. So yeah, but anyway, besides that, that's actually most of my last trade on Nasdaq. So yeah, besides that, I well, I think the day is still good. It's positive, so it's just that it wasn't just as good as it could be because later I had also had decent trade on gold. I also left some on the table as well, but anyway, it happens. So what happened in gold basically was I noticed the open it was quite weak. So then I noticed that the second bar took the high of the open and then it traded lower. So once it broke here, the low I actually shorted here. And yeah, well, it kept tagging lower a couple of times and then it would come up. And then thing is here, when the price was at this level here, I actually one break even. That's actually when I got later stopped out of break even here in gold. That was the first trade. And then again, what happened was after I got stopped out, I noticed this previous bar high, and then the price started trading lower. So actually here when this bar after taking the high broke is low, I actually shorted here. But yeah, this was a good trade actually. I had quite a long aim. I was maybe thinking that price would come and fill this gap here and everything, but well, it was not today. I was also aware that this is US holiday, so sometimes the price moves cleanly, but sometimes it just doesn't. So maybe this is one of those days. Anyway, after that, um, I shorted there, and then yeah, I actually got risk free around here. When the price broke this low and remained a little below, I just removed my risk of this trade there. But then it just kept trading lower. I was thinking, yeah, let's see if it wants to trade in lower, but just didn't. Then it came here. Then I was noticing that at this point it created a couple of inside bars. So I was like, yeah, let's see what happens. Maybe it turns from here, maybe with the retest as well. I also had it in mind, but then it did retest it there. It came lower, but really not much. So yeah, after that, when the price retested all this and trade down, I actually lost some profit here, so I gotta stop that. I think maybe like plus 50 or something like that. But then after that, it just didn't work. And actually, one thing I did was I didn't short anything here, but after this small consolidation here, I actually bought the break to the upside. I'm thinking that maybe after all this fail, it could after this good leg with good volume, and then also the second leg also with decent volume. Then I was thinking, okay, maybe there's a chance that it goes for the maybe to test the 50% of the gap or something. But anyway, it just didn't. And since the trading hours today were a little bit short, so I actually the trade got stopped out in profit. So yeah, I just pretty much let it be there. So anyway, kind of little bit of not so I would say maybe not the best managed, and maybe I think I chased Nasdaq a little bit here, but yeah. Other than that, well, I own my mistake, so I said that I think that probably maybe chased a little bit here, but anyway, it's part of the trading as well. I was really thinking that after the price close below this low here, with this close, it would maybe just tank and maybe take this low here. This was when I started shorting here. This was my basically I didn't want to go any much further, but anyway, it probably not today. So yeah, I'm gonna let it be. And yeah, I think also one thing I forgot to mention was that after my weekend and everything, and after I you know pretty much talked to myself and move through well what happened last Friday, I decided to instead of slowing down, I actually bought an account. So basically, I have here now the uh, follow the follower account, which is this one, which basically today is just almost 200 up, and then I have the main account, which is basically well, it's pretty much well a green day today, but yeah, it's still a little bit below the all-time high, but this doesn't really matter. So little by little, I'm gonna trade this main account at the same time that I have the other one following because basically I'm just copy trading them. But yeah, anyway, this is it for today, and let's see how is tomorrow and also how is the rest of the week.